Good evening, everybody. Yes, JP here. I want to do a video on the 3 days of darkness. It's an event that it seems a lot of people get visions and dreams on, and I wanted to talk about it and see and explain how it fits on the timeline. A little bit of that, but also how you can prepare for it, because it's important that there's certain things that you need to do if something like this happens. To stay safe, because it's going to be a very dangerous time, those 3 days. So I wanted to talk about that. Let's just go through events in the world and see if the plagues of Egypt with the first Exodus happened or is happening now. Why I'm doing that is because I think now where we are in the timeline is after the 1,000 years, we are in the short season of deception, which means there is a second Exodus, and then a battle of Gog of Magog, and the white throne judgment. So the second Exodus is about to start happening, but I was thinking that similar things will happen with the second Exodus as it did with the first one. For instance, the plagues, the 10 plagues. So I wanted to have a look online if these plagues, if we can see it in the world, because with the first Exodus, the plagues only affected Egypt, because that's where Israel was. But now Israel is all over the world, in all the countries. So this 10 plagues will affect the whole world. And of course then events will just happen in certain places, not all the continents and all the countries, but you should notice events reminiscent of the 10 plagues in different countries in the world. And that will prove, especially the 3 days of darkness, which is the 9th plague, and the 10th plague is the death of the firstborn. But now in this second Exodus, it sounds like with the visions and dreams that those two are combined. It's 3 days of darkness and the death of a lot of people. 10 and 9 are combined this time around. And so if those two are happening, what about the other 8? So let's have a look. I just want to mention here, if there is a 3 days of darkness, it just proves where we are on the timeline. You don't see the 3 days darkness in Revelation. It's not talking about an event in the tribulation. The one verse that I would like to point to is this Revelation 8 about darkness, but it says that it's only going to be partly dark. And from the earth, let's see if I can find it. Here it is, verse 12. Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars. You see, it's not talking about the 3 days of pitch blackness. It's just talking about the sun and moon and stars not shining as bright as always. So it's not the same thing. So you don't see the 3 days of darkness in Revelation because it is after the tribulation. It's after the 1,000 years reign of Messiah, during the short season of deception, during or just before the start of the second Exodus. And it's also, when it happens, it will point or show when the second Exodus is going to start, I believe. Let's look at that list of mine. The plague 1 is water to blood. In recent years, several news reports of water turning into blood red color have appeared. A canal in Noorddorp in the Netherlands, Bondi Beach in Australia, the Beirut River in Lebanon, a river in Zhejiang province in China, Rainfall in Sewa, Nagala, Sri Lanka, all reported blood red by reliable news outlets. And then you have a stream in Birmingham turning red, in Sydney Harbour. The affected water was in Minjang River, which flows through whatever place. And then we have this one. A satellite imagery shows that waterways near the Siberian town blushed red long. Most of these are in the 2024. So it seems like it's something about similar to that first plague happened in the different parts of the world. The frogs. Hundreds of thousands of frogs have descended upon Florida, and then also the state has reported a 13-acre infestation of invasive kukui frogs. This is in Hawaii. These are the only places that reported frogs. So the frog plague is not all over, or isn't that big a thing. Lice, third plague. Human pediculosis, a global public health problem. Pediculosis is an infestation of lice. Now this is a worldwide problem. Lice infestation. Flies, the fourth plague. One of Sudan's biggest cities has been struck by a fly infestation of a size and intensity never seen before. And then fly infestation is growing globally, disrupting lives and harming industries. Fly infestations is a threat to us all. From Wales to Malaysia and across India, communities are grappling with the unprecedented surge in the fly infestations that are disrupting daily life, posing serious health risks. The headlines are alarming and the pattern is unmistakable as temperatures rise globally and waste management challenges persist. The fly menace has evolved from a mere nuisance to a critical public health concern. So we see this is also globally, the fly infestation. Livestock diseases, plague 5. Nearly 6,000 Dutch farms were affected and tens of thousands of sheep died. Mortality rates were 75%. Between January and June 2024, 55 countries and territories have reported 3,800 outbreaks in wildlife, with over 11,500 cases registered and 151 wildlife species affected by 8 diseases. 10% of these species are at risk of extinction. So we see that it's not just the farm animals that's affected, but also the wildlife. 25% of livestock worldwide dies from diseases. So there is definitely an increase in diseases on these animals, wildlife and domesticated, and also the farm animals. Boils, leprosy, syphilis. Now, under boils, you can have leprosy and syphilis. This plague 6. Each year there are an estimated 6 million new cases of syphilis globally in ages 15 to 49. Global burden and demographic profiles of PUD. Our study indicates that these were approximately 8.1 million. Prevalent cases of PUD in 2019, which represented an increase of almost 26% from 1990. So there's an increase on this boils. I think it's PUD has to do with boils. Let's have a look. PUD. Disease is a condition where sores develop in the stomach or duodenum. Peptic ulcer disease. That's what it stands for. So peptic ulcer diseases increased worldwide by 26%. Seventh plague. Hail has increased worldwide due to climate change, supposedly. This increase is characterized by more frequent and larger hailstones. So there's more hail and larger hailstones worldwide. That increased. 8 is grasshoppers, or what do you call this? The other English word for grasshoppers. I try to think now. No, I can't. Can you believe that? Let's have a look. What it is in another word for it. I just wanted to have a look. Springkane. Yes, I just know the word grasshoppers really, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's no such word. Or they can't decide. But anyway, grasshoppers then. Let's see. Locusts. Plagues have occurred worldwide, threatening food supplies and causing economic and environmental damage. Between June and February 2019 and 2022, a major outbreak of desert locusts began developing, threatening food supplies in East Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and the Indian subcontinent. Today we have it, locusts increase also. And some of these might be in the Revelations, but the Revelations was mostly fulfilled in the days of the Roman siege of Jerusalem around 70 CE. And that's why Revelation you read 8 times, Yahushua saying that the things of Revelation will quickly come to pass, and soon, very soon come to pass. He's not referring to our generation, he's referring to his generation, to the disciples' generation, just as he told them in Matthew 24. And so 8 times he says in Revelation, the events of Revelation will come to pass quickly and soon, and it's around the corner, and it's about to happen. That type of wording. So it's not for our times. But anyway, the 9th and 10th plague, darkness and death, is together, it seems, with this time around. And I want to look at a few verses, might mention it. Isaiah 13 verse 9, Behold, the days of Yahweh comes, cruel with both wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he will destroy its sinners from it. For the stars of heaven and their constellations will not give their light. The sun will be darkened in its going forth, and the moon will not cause its light to shine. I will punish the world for its evil, and the wicked, the lawless, for their iniquity. I will halt the arrogance of the proud, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Here it can be considered a clear revelation of pitch black darkness. It doesn't say 3 days here, but the one that is coming, that was with the first Exodus also, is a 3 days darkness, but pitch black darkness. No light at all. Similar to what this verse said. Isaiah 60 verse 2, For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and deep darkness the people. But Yahweh will arise over you, and his glory will be seen upon you. It's also those believers Yahweh will protect, but there is still steps that you need to take to be certain that you're protected. Whatever you can do for yourself, you must do, and Yahuwah will do the rest. Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter your chambers and shut your doors behind you. Hide yourselves, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation is past. For behold, Yahuwah comes out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their lawlessness. The earth will also disclose her blood, and will not no more cover her slain. Again, he says, hide in your chambers, and this is what you need to do with these 3 days of darkness. You need to hide in your house. You're not allowed to leave your house. You must close all your windows. You must close all the curtains. You mustn't look outside or try to. A lot of demons and evil beings and shapeshifters will be going around killing people who isn't in their houses. So you definitely need to close yourself in the house, and there is also going to be shapeshifters that's going to mimic your loved ones. They're going to knock at the door and say you must let them in. You shouldn't let them in. It's not your loved ones. It's not your family members, because they won't be able to get to your house anyway in the darkness. So if you just think logically, it can't be them. It is shapeshifters, it is demons, it is evil beings trying to get into your house by you opening the door so that they can kill you and your family. So you need to not open your door for anyone that sounds like your brother or sister or looks like them. Doesn't matter. Well, you won't be able to see them because it's pitch black outside, but you will hear them and they will sound like your family. Don't open your door. It's a trap. And what will go before, one vision that I heard said that before this starts, the skies will have all different radiant colors, like rainbow colors in the clouds. It will look stunning and will be something you haven't seen before, almost like the Borealis, the Northern Lights, almost something like that, but all different colors in the skies. But just after that, at noonday, like 12 o'clock, it will start, the darkness. And then you need already to be in your house with curtains closed for 3 days and 3 nights. And it's interesting, that's also a sign. Joshua said the only sign given is the sign of Jonah, 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. It's almost similar like that, because you're also going to be 3 days and 3 nights in the darkness, like Jonah. But of course Joshua was referring to his death and her resurrection. And the other thing is, since the 3 days darkness happened just before the Passover, the first time, in the first Exodus, it should be the same case this time around. So if it's going to happen, it should be around the April, because this year, according to the correct sun calendar, the Zadok calendar, the Passover is on the 3rd of April, 3rd or 4th, yeah. So the days just before that, from the end of March to the 4th of April, should be when you must look out for these signs and for the start of the 3 days darkness. So look out for it this year, also at the end of March. And these signs, you should be able to see them worldwide, of course. Yahweh warning everybody. And definitely then you need to hide in your house. And 3 days is not too long, so you won't die of hunger or thirst. But it's good to have those things ready. Have a few candles. Don't attract attention to yourself by trying to switch on your TV and radio and stuff like that, because it's a dangerous time. But what you also can do is you can watch it. This woman had a lot of visions also on this matter. You can watch this video first, The Days of Darkness, Hear the Words of the Lord, the Master's Voice Prophecy blog. She talks about it here. You can also watch this lady starting at 3 minutes 13 on this Great Miracles Avenue. Take these instructions before it's late. 3 days of darkness is coming. Don't look outside. Also dreams which she had on this matter. So it's also good. I watched another guy yesterday on the same matter. But what you also can do is 3 days of darkness. You go, just type it in, and a lot of different people will come up talking about this, the visions and dreams, what they received on this matter. Oh yes, it was this guy. He was talking about it. Another confirmation of the video I made just before I saw his video. Yeah, we're also telling him about this 3 days darkness. So it's a friendly warning, things that you need to do for your and your family's safety. You see, there's a lot of people talking about this stuff. Even this guy said it's going to be this year. Pedro Pio's final warning about the 3 days of darkness. He probably already did. It's interesting also this lady.
Okay, please wait.
This lady also said that she received it is going to be this year. So if it's this year, that's why I say from March, end of March, you must look out for these signs. And then your house must be ready and your windows closed and curtains closed. If you don't have curtains on some windows, you need maybe to make some cutouts of MDF board, cutouts for those windows and put tape on it so it is closed. Can't see in and out. That's what I'm gonna have to do because we moved into a new property and we don't have curtains on everything yet. But so she got it that it's 2025, and this other guy I showed you here, he's also saying it seems 2025. I didn't watch this yet, but I will soon. Yeah, that's it. I think. Be warned. Warn other peoples if you want to. Yes. Stay safe. Bye bye.